Hey everybody, today's award champion is Nedster from Divine Justice. Welcome to the show, Nedster. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the invite.
You're very welcome. It's good to have you here indeed. Now for the viewers at home, we're going to be taking an exclusive look at Nedster's journey to this tournament and talk about his clan and what it's like to be in the EYG Open tournament. All right, Nedster, here we go. Question number one. Tell me something about yourself that would shock people that don't know you.
No, that is a curveball. I think I shocked a lot of people in the EYG in the voice channel the other day by I lost a bet in EYG
Uh-huh.
and I had to pay a forfeit, and that forfeit was decided by a senior EYG member, and that was to
Oh.
sing a song in voice chat. Not any old song, a song of her choosing, which turned out to be "I Feel Pretty" by some musical. And I don't think I'll be making a career out of singing, that's for certain. The only thing that has shocked some people is about 6 or 7 years ago, I performed. I raised some money for charity, a children's hospital local to me and dear to my heart, because my son was in there for what short time, and the local newspaper wanted 5 local people to do the full Monty.
Oh, yep. I'm
So
familiar.
you're aware of what the full Monty is.
Yes.
And it wasn't just down to G string or whatever, it was the whole lot.
Oh
And
my.
I'd done it in a pub full of 130 screaming women. Most of them were screaming to get out when they saw me. And yeah, it was a very successful night. We raised, I think, on the night just over £5,000.
When did you start playing Clash, and what keeps you playing in 2020?
I started playing, I think it was the year after Clan Wars. A couple of blokes in my work were playing, and we have some days we get a lot of downtime. I goes, "Oh, what's that you're playing?" He goes, "Oh, Clash of Clans." One of those games that everyone played, but no one seemed to admit to play.
Yes.
I think the Supercell have been more open, more transparent with regards to updates, how they do updates. You know, like I was watching a video that a friend of mine put out, who I've met in real life, Judo Sloth.
Oh yeah.
And he said about the new Super Troop, and you know, they seem to be doing the updates better than what
Yeah.
they used to. The updates were like dragged out. You know, that Builder Base update, when Builder Base come out, that was, you know, I think that wasn't a great success in my opinion, but they learned from it and they've moved on, and they're more open, and I just think, and there's more content, you know. So, you know,
Yes.
in Divine Justice, we've just recently had 2 people come back to Divine Justice, who one was the founder of Divine Justice, Hillbilly, and they come back because we were still playing it, and they actually like the actual content. There's more to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand. I've heard a lot of return players say that. And going back to Builder Base for a second, I really loved that era as well, because that's when they were, you know, it got to a point where all the people, you know, the high-end people, they were max, they had nothing to do. So Builder Base was a good attempt to go in that direction. And then not too long after that, we got Clan Games, CWL, all that great content. But going back to the developer transparency as well, 2019 was the first time I remember them publicly displaying their roadmap. So they said, okay, a new town hall is going to be coming out every 18 months now. So that means town hall 14 is going to come out in June of 2021. So it's just good that they are forthcoming with all of that information.
That's what I mean. So it keeps people, like, it keeps them enticed into wanting to play. Like, I've got to keep going because I've got to max it out before. And not just that, it also, I mean, they're not silly. They know that if they tell people it's coming out in June next year, people are going to start stocking up on books when they're on offer in the shop.
Yep.
So it makes good business sense as well.
Yeah, and I think the business side of it was really brought, and that's why we see a whole lot more in-game items you can buy now, because when Tencent acquired Supercell, I think that's when that stuff ramped up as well. So
that's definitely. I think the 10 cent, that, if you pardon the pun, that they put their 10 cents in to, like, although they're sort of like a sleeping partner in it as such.
Yeah.
They said, look, they can still give their advice, which makes sense.
So let's turn our attention to your clan, Divine Justice. You mentioned earlier that the founder recently came back, but can you give some more information on how this clan got started?
Some years ago, I think Scotty, who's the current leader, was in Cold September. I think he actually founded Cold September, and he and Hill and a few others, I think Wade, and that decided that they wanted to be competitive, but not that sort of build. It was too much stressing them out. So that they basically founded Divine Justice. We joined the Circle server, which at that time was run by Cleric Dragoon. It's good that when you've got a clan that you've got so many people that are like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our clan chats are not for not for under 18. We take the mickey out of each other. Mostly, it's the Americans taking the mickey out of me. But every now and again, I get to put these rednecks in place.
Oh boy, here we go. That's good stuff. I love it. Are there any active streamers in your clan that you would like to shout out?
The main one is Echo. He's been with us for a few years now, constantly showing our content. Clash with Style. Since we joined EYG, he's been pretty good, even though no one can understand the word he says.
Let's talk a little bit about the EYG Open, and then I'll let you go here today. So the format for the EYG Open, for those viewers that don't know, it's a 15-minute prep day followed by a 30-minute battle day. So during that moment, like the 5-minute moment coming up to that first attack window, Nedster, what is going through your mind at that point? Where are you trying to get the clan focused?
Firstly, you're trying to mainly focus on the very first attack. It sounds obvious, but you are, because that could be, if that goes well, that could be like a catalyst, like a snowball effect. And so you want to focus on that, whoever's doing that, and your invoice. I think to be successful in this format, you have to be invoiced.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like spotters, other people don't. I think spotters do help. We've always said one of our mottos is we win together, we lose together. So, some of us, and me, I've been through it recently, where all I kept doing was 1 stars. No matter how hard I tried or planned, it was 1 stars. I learnt from one of the best, Master Shonath. He's a diamond bloke. He's always ribbing me and pee at me. But we've had clan members who, I think they once, a member called Matt, who's just come back, he had a different. His attack didn't go according to plan. I think it was a 99% 2-star,
Oh, wow.
and he got a bit upset and he threw his tablet across the room.
Oh, a 2-star 99 is probably worse feeling than a 0-star, in my opinion.
Yeah, because a 0-star you can get away with. Oh, it's a disconnect.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just say that. You don't always get the circle of doom or death on the
Yeah.
screen, but
Oh.
you can get away with a disconnect. We just we take the mickey out of each other.
Uh-huh.
We know everyone's trying their hardest, and that's all we ask. Try your hardest. First and foremost, we're friends. One of the guys who is in Divine Justice, he was actually, before all this COVID started, he was booked in to come over to England for 2 weeks with him and his wife and another couple.
Oh, yeah.
And he was going to stay in London,
Mm-hmm.
where I am. So we had arranged that I was going to meet him at the airport, show him around a few times, places, have a few beers.
Oh, wow.
Which I know would have been messy. And we're both absolutely gutted that that's not took place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, we've definitely got some characters in there, and that's what makes it fun at times.
So this is the first year for the EYG Open. How has your experience been with it so far?
Absolutely brilliant. Nothing but positives. It's only going to get better. With Beastos being the main person behind the actual tournament, it's just going to get better and better and better.
Last question for today is, hopefully this will be a fun one. Are there any weird rituals or superstitions that you or someone in your clan does to get psyched up for an attack?
Rituals. I'm not aware of any weird ones. The only ritual that I've ever had doing any attacks was when I was taking part in London Live, and that I actually went there, and on the way there, all the way on the loop, I played London Calling by The Clash.
Yeah.
And if you ever heard that song, it just pumps you up. You know what I mean? It's just
okay.
And it goes on. So I was playing that. It didn't help because I basically had too much drink and I swagged 2 clone spells and I think a 0-star.
Oh man.
And that was on Adam's stream as
well.
So that's on YouTube somewhere.
All right, Nedster, it was great meeting you here today. Personally, I'd like to thank you as well for your willingness to come to our show today and help us provide exclusive EYG Open content on our stream today. Any final words, shout outs, or motivational message you would like to give to our viewers today?
Not the only ones really is the best of luck to my clan mates and everyone else in the room for the remainder of the EYG tournament. It's been absolutely blast. The only advice I can give someone is two things really. Is basically first bit of advice I ever got of someone when I started playing Clash of Clans, 6 years ago, was funnel.
Yep.
Mate, you must get, if you don't start off with a proper funnel, the best, the rest of it might be perfect, but your funnel is not good enough, your plan goes to pot. And the final bit, which most of my clan mates in Divine Justice will all get, is when you're attacking, don't forget your healers.
Okay.
I've got a habit of doing that.
All right, Nedster, good luck in your next war attack. We'll be watching. Thanks again for being with us.
No problem, Talk. Thank you for having me.